Hi, this is your Chief Science Officer, Brazos Minshew. Welcome to Wellness Talks. We're continuing a topic that we had a while back with Dr. Judy, and she is the Emotional Wellness Counselor for the Vita Journal. You can read her articles there every single month. And we were talking about anxiety, and we entered a very interesting part of our conversation where we connected the relief for anxiety with the 10 essentials of wellness. And specifically, we were talking about 3 different techniques that every one of us can use to help us allay the anxiety that we feel, and really anxiety that can transition into chronic degenerative diseases, right? So we want to make sure and nip that in the bud. Mm-hmm. And the 3 techniques that we were talking about were first and foremost essential number 1, deep breathing. And then second, a form of essential number 5, where we're actually literally looking at an exercise called progressive muscle relaxation. And then also the kind of mindfulness that we get when we focus on the sensations of our body. It's a form of meditation. And we'd like to be able to share those 3 techniques with you today. So once again, welcome to our program. And Dr. Judy is going to help walk us through those deep breathing exercises.
Thank you very much. I would love to do that because it is something that is very important to my own life. I use it every day. I call it diaphragmatic breathing just because we are working with the diaphragm, but it definitely is deep breathing that we have with our 10 essentials. So maybe right now you would like to just practice it with me for just a moment. And if you would like to, you can join.
I'll be my model.
Yes, right.
I'll be your model.
Okay. And we will just do a little bit of this breathing practice so that you really know how to go about doing it. So what you want to be reminded of, that you're going to breathe in through the nose. Now, this isn't real common. A lot of people are mouth breathers, and they get accustomed to breathing in through their mouth. But in this exercise, what we want to do is breathe in deeply in through the nose, and we're filling up the abdomen so that the diaphragm distends. And I know some of you women probably don't like that.
Some of us men don't like that either.
Is that it? Yeah, well, it's going to happen for you, and it's the best thing that you can do. It's like blowing up a balloon in your abdomen. And so when you take that deep breath in, let's do it now together, and then we'll hold it maybe just for a count of 3 for the sake of people who aren't used to doing that. Okay. How is that? So then we're going to breathe in right now through the nose. Breathe in. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Do you feel it in your abdomen? I got you to hold it longer, didn't I? Now let go, and you will now flatten your abdomen and the diaphragm down all the way to the lower pelvic area. And you can feel that happening when you put your hand right there on your abdomen. I think we need to do it one more time, don't you?
Okay.
So that people can really practice this again. We're going to suggest to you to do a series of 10, because then you're going to be calming the parasympathetic nervous system, and that will help you come into a calm, relaxed state. So again, let's breathe in through the nose. Breathe in. Hold. 1, 2, 3. And let go out through the mouth. Breathing out through the mouth and letting it go out all the way to the lower part of your abdomen and flattening that stomach area now. Doesn't that feel good? And you can continue doing this, and when you get to 10, I promise you, you'll feel a lot calmer.
Oh, just after 3 breaths, I automatically feel calmer. Yeah. And what's very interesting about this is the anxiety states that we feel after 10 breaths can be reduced. We can feel that cycle break almost immediately just by doing something as common as breathing deeply. And it's free.
Oh, and that's the good part, isn't it?
Now, the next exercise we'd like to discuss is something called progressive muscle relaxation. And why don't you describe for us what that is, and maybe we'll walk through a couple of those exercises as well.
That'd be good. I think that it's very important to learn how to do these things, because anytime that you're anxious, whether it's just, a mild anxiety, you can go in and lay down. I always suggest that a person lay down when they do this, because it allows your body just to sink in to a bed or a couch or a sofa, something where you can relax and make sure that, the phone's going to be off, there's nothing going to disturb you, because you really want to go into a nice, relaxed state. And people do it differently. Everyone, chooses a way to do it. But I always start with my feet, and I begin to flex my toes. So it's actually working from the toes upward and moving through my body, where you basically tense up a muscle in an area of your body, and then you hold it, and then release and let that tension go out of that particular part of your body. So when you do that, you begin to go through the whole body. When you get to, whether you start at the head and go to the feet or the other way, you're going to be completely relaxed. It's an amazing process as well.
Let's start with the hands so that people can see what this is actually like. So go right ahead. Talk me through it.
No, you're going to talk us through it.
Okay, so in progressive muscle relaxation, the idea is to tense as much as intensely as you can, but isolate it. For example, let's start with our right fist, okay? So shake your hand out, and now let's go ahead and grip that just as tight as we can, but not the forearm and not the other hand. Let those remain relaxed. Tense, 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 and now let it go. Oh, yeah. Feel the blood coming back into those fingers. Stretch them out. Feel the blood coming back and feel the relaxation coming into that hand. And now let's do the same thing with the left hand. Stay balanced, right? Squeeze it just as tight as you can, but not the forearm and not the other hand. Squeeze as tight, tight, tight. And now let it go. Ah, yeah. Feel the blood come back into that hand. And now you can do the same thing with the forearms, the same thing with the upper arms, with the shrugging of the shoulders, and then relaxing and letting the blood come back into that, into the jaws, into the scrunchy part of your forehead, the parts that always give you tension headaches, and then all the way down the back, the front, the legs, the feet. Or you can start at the toes and work up, or you can start at the head and work down. The key is not how you do it, but that you do it, because the relaxation practice eventually takes you into relaxation as a state, but it takes time. Do you have an idea about how much time that one of these relaxations would take in order to actually induce a lower state of arousal for us, of anxiety for us?
Well, basically it begins within a very few minutes of doing this. So you're definitely changing your state as you change the alpha level of your brain. It begins to calm down, and that always helps anxiety. So, as you relax, you're going to go into an alpha coherent state where you are getting the whole body into a relaxed state. So I suggest always that you try to do at least 20 minutes of any kind of these exercises.
Right, yes. And it'll take us several months of practice. If you do this every single day, it'll take you several months in order to rewire the brain so that it expects you to be in a more relaxed state. And now we have our third topic, which is actually a form of meditation that we call a mindful awareness of the human body. How about you talk to us just a little bit about this kind of meditation and what it means and perhaps what it doesn't mean and how we can do it?
Again, you want to get in a very comfortable place when you do this. So, you don't want to be where the children are running around you because it will distract you, or dogs barking or anything like that. You really do need to get into a quiet spot. Hopefully you have a place within your house where you can go and do this so that you can relax and just let go, because that's what you're going to do when you go into a very mindful state. And you can do this maybe even after your muscle relaxation, because you'll already be in a nice relaxed state, so you can continue then to begin to focus on your breathing and be very aware of just that rise and fall of your breath as you take the breaths in and breathing out, and then begin to be aware of the thoughts that come into your mind, and just let them come in and then let them slip away. Be aware of the sensations you're feeling, the feelings that are coming. Take time out. Really feel it. Really sense it. And then let them slip away. It's just a time to just let your mind dump, because it can. And it will help you so much as you just let those thoughts come out and you be aware of them. That's what they want anyways, is your awareness. And then just let them slip on out. So if you do this for about 20 minutes, you're going to find yourself into a very relaxed state. When you come out of it, you're going to feel better than you've felt in a long time.
Oh, outstanding. Yes, we used to say that the key is for us to be non-judgmental about our thoughts. We don't have to act on them. Most of them are just worry thoughts anyway, right? So we're borrowing trouble. But we do need to be alert and attentive to them, but in a very passive way so that it doesn't impact our body. Another thing, too, we have a wellness talk that's specifically on making a sanctuary within your own home, a place where you can go and enjoy this kind of meditation, progressive muscle relaxation, deep breathing, and therefore be able to dispel the anxiety and the stress that can actually lead to chronic disease.
I'm fortunate in that I have created such a space in my house, and it is wonderful because I have all of my candles that just help you with your alpha state. Did you know that the flicker of a candle will put you in an alpha state itself?
And
which
I
is a
understand
relaxed
that
state.
waterfalls can do the same, and
Absolutely.
close to the
Right.
ocean can do something similar. Oh, they're all
Yeah.
wonderful. To create your own sanctuary,
That's
very
right.
important. Because after all, health is made from healthy habits practiced every day, such as deep breathing, progressive relaxation, and mindful meditation. Now, there are also nutrients that can help us tremendously, and we want to make sure that we have our B vitamins, our relaxing minerals, make sure that we have our anti-anxiety adaptogens, and of course our brain-healthy amount of vitamin B12. And with all of these things put together, we have the opportunity to live a healthy life free from anxiety or with a reduced amount of anxiety. And more importantly, each one of us can now participate in our own life, being in command, being in control of our own health every single day. It's been great to talk to you about these subjects. We'll meet again. Thanks for listening.